Alright, so here we are, June 20th, day 10, which we believe will be the last day. Because, as I mentioned yesterday, the fish is gone and is still gone. In fact, I don't even see... I mean, it smells like fish here. I can tell there was a fish here. It's got that overarching fish smell, which, by the way, is the only smell I notice. But yeah, I don't even notice the fin. So the fish is entirely gone. The fish is just gone. Plates destroyed. The steak is still this fabric-y thing. It did rain last night, so, you know, it looks wet and kind of collapsed. The lamb is still this goop with, like, a little bit of bone. Not a whole lot to it. And the chicken is still this stretched-out skin covered on bones that is now entirely flat, with some residual maggots just hanging around for some reason. I don't really know why. I don't know what they're here for. There are some other bugs on here, which is interesting. Also, it's a fairly warm day. It's kind of like a hot, muggy day, especially when the sun is out. But no real flies, which I think is just an indication either that our hypothesis is wrong, but I think more likely there's really nothing here for the flies anymore. So they're not really here. Coloration, again, not a whole lot different. That's still a black, stringy mass. Fish is still gone. And then the chicken and lamb are still this dark, brown, grayish, sickly color. There's not really no change to it. And so for that reason, I think we're going to clean it up today. So this is our last day of the Stinky Meat Project.
It will be missed.
Now for closing thoughts, it did go a lot faster than we anticipated. Because like the previous Stinky Meat Project went for
19 days.
19 days, and it only ended when the neighbors cleaned it up. The second Stinky Meat Project went for
20 days, I think.
20 days. And then the, third Stinky Meat Project, which I find out about halfway into this, which was done in a college dorm room, that lasted for 21 days before I think a raccoon got to it or something. So ours didn't last nearly as long, but it's the first one to have like an official end where we're calling it, because there's no noticeable change to it. Like, I don't really see a point in continuing on. I don't know if I'm alone in this. But I do want to mention kind of general location. So we're in this forested area here, surrounded by a bunch of trees. And again, we've got, you know, the stand there. We're right by the road over there, which is the cars that you've been hearing. But the forested trees area creates some shade to it so that sun doesn't get directly to it. So it's not baking it, which could have an effect on the rotting smell. Also to note, we are right by a lake. And then there's a pond over that way. So we're right by two bodies of water. So it's probably, you know, more humid in here. And also, I feel the bodies of water make it more likely that flies are going to live in the area, which is probably why we had so many maggots, and just so many maggots showed up and just ate it so quickly. Because we're by bodies of water, so they just devoured the thing, because there were just more here. It's also probably worth noting that we're in the Midwest area, well, southern-ish Minnesota, I guess to be more specific. So the general weather here could have had some sort of impact, but I don't exactly know what, because given that it's June, it's one of the few months where it's not actually cold here. So it's not like it would be, you know, freezing it and keeping it cool, but it's not like, you know, farther south like Texas or something where it's really warm and it'd be kind of baking it. So I don't know, maybe the more temperate environment is ideal for maggot growth and flesh eating. Possibly, but I'm really just speculating here. Alright, well, we cleaned up. I'm going to leave these fence posts out here for a little while to, you know, hopefully get washed off by the rain. All the board and the plate, well, most of the plates and the tape is in that plastic garbage bag, which I'll throw away on Tuesday, because that's when the garbage comes on Wednesday, so it'll be in the garbage as little as possible. And then here we have the remnants of the Stinky Meat Project, which is somewhat meat, but a lot of it's actually the paper plates, which the meat stuck to. By the way, so I pulled the chicken off, and I got the skin, like the top part of the skin, to come off kind of as one piece, when I realized that the entire bottom part, aside from smelling horribly and a lot like poop, and actually being the first thing to almost make me gag here, or almost make me, I guess, kind of throw up, I noticed that the entire bottom was just covered in poop. It was really just poop, and I kind of had to scoop it up with my hands and dump it in here. Don't worry, I wore gloves, which are also in the garbage bag. So yeah, I decided to kind of pick that up and throw it all in there. So that's just a bit of skin, bones, and poop. There's not really a whole lot left. I think the maggots were just wriggling in poop. And somehow the flies are now very attracted to it. But nevertheless, it's the end. If you'll cover it in dirt. The end of the Stinky Meat Project. So, we won't see you tomorrow.